friends, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again here today. So for today's practice, we are going to do a 20-minute core strengthening and stretch class. And no, we're not going to hold plank for 20 minutes, but we are going to focus on the core as in its entirety. So not just the abdomen muscles, but also the side and the back muscles. You're not going to need any props. You can use anything you want, but props are necessary. And to start out with, please come on your back. Lie down nice and easily on your back. Bend your knees, putting your feet flat on the floor. And just bring your hands to your lower abdomen or where you can feel your hip bones. Go ahead and put both hands. Just rest your hands there, resting your elbows on the floor. And begin to breathe into your belly. So take a nice deep inhalation through the nose. And feel and sense your belly expanding with each inhalation. Just notice how your inhalations expand the belly. The navel moves away from the spine. And then notice how the exhalations softens the belly. And then feel and sense the exhalations just traveling up, flowing up and out, and open mouth. And do this a few more times with your own breath, inhaling through the nose. Feel and sense the belly expand, your hand moves away from the spine, and as you exhale, just soften and release any tension, any unnecessary held tension in the body, anywhere. Could be in your low back, could be neck and shoulders. One more time, please. With your own inhalation, feel the belly expand. And then as you exhale, release and soften away. And then gently begin to bring your right foot off the ground so that the right shin is parallel to the floor. And then place that foot back down, and then the left foot comes up. And as your hands rest on your hip bones, notice how that simple movement is engaging the core muscles, the hip flexors. And then just alternate side to side. So the right foot comes off the ground, the right shin is parallel to the floor, then lower that right foot. And then the left foot comes off the ground, the left shin is parallel to the floor, and lower that foot down. And then just move a little bit side to side. And maybe if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you can bring both shins off, both feet off the ground, both shins are parallel to the floor, and then just tap the left toes down, bring it back up, and tap the right toes down, bring it back up. So your choice which version you want to do. You can either have both feet on the ground or both feet off the ground, and you're just tapping side to side. And just do this a few more times, noticing how you're engaging the core even with this simple little movement. And then notice that there is a easy or natural curvature to your back, to your spine. So you're not necessarily pushing the lumbar spine down to the floor. Just keep that natural curvature of the back. And then next time, please bring your both feet off the ground if they're not already. So see that the knees are at a 90-degree angle and the hips are in a 90-degree angle. And then extend the right leg straight up to the sky. And then bring the left foot down onto the floor, just like that. Then slowly begin to see if you want to scrape the left heel away from your hip so that that left leg is extended fully on the floor. And then slowly maybe begin to creep the left heel off the ground and then pause. So hovering the left foot off the ground, maybe an inch, And keep breathing. Your right hand is resting on your belly. You notice the core engaged. Just begin to really send your breath. You're not hyperventilating or breathing any faster, just nice natural breathing. And then lower the left foot all the way back down. Draw the right knee towards your chest. Bring the left knee towards your chest. Then both feet are off the ground and the shins are parallel to the floor. Extend the left leg straight up to the sky. And then bring the right foot down onto the floor. And slowly begin to scrape the right heel away from your hips. And then slowly maybe hover the right foot off the ground and pause. Just hovering the right heel off the ground, maybe an inch. Notice the belly engaged. Notice that you have a natural curvature of the lower spine. Take a nice deep inhalation, nice long exhalation, nice and easy. And then gently bring both knees back to the chest and rock a little bit side to side. Good. And then next time you rock all the way over to the left, press yourself up and come up on all fours. When you come up on all fours, right away stack the joints. So notice that the knees are underneath the hips and the wrists are underneath the elbows, underneath the shoulders. And begin to take your right leg back behind you. Maybe begin to lift that right foot up. And then notice how your hip wants to open. Can you bring that right hip down, right? And then imagine that you're lifting the right leg through the inseam of that leg. So you're lifting the inner thigh up to the sky. And then maybe sneak the left hand in front of you. So your right leg reaches back as the left hand reaches forward. And then notice if you're arching your back, pull the belly in so that you have the natural curvature of the back. Soften the neck and shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, lower everything down. And then your next inhalation, you're going to take the left leg back behind you. Maybe the left foot lifts off the ground, reaching the left foot behind you. And then can you lower the hip down so both hip bones are facing straight down, just like you have flash lights on your hip bones and both of them are looking straight down on the earth. The inner leg, the inseam of the left leg is lifting up to the sky. And then slowly begin to lift or raise your right arm forward. Take a nice deep breath in. Can you really elongate from your center? So not really reaching just from the shoulder, but just make the extension happen from the core of your body, making yourself long, and then exhale, lower. And then we're going to do this a couple more times. Inhaling, reach the right leg back, left arm forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg back, right arm forward. Exhale, lower. One more time on both sides. Inhaling, right leg back, left arm forward. And exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg back and right arm forward. And then lower down. Very nice. And then take a nice cat-cow here. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, pull the belly in, round the back. Let the head go, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. And then your inhalation brings you back to the center and begin to come into plank pose. So your legs are nice and energized, knees are lifted, your hands are directly underneath the shoulders. And then bring your feet closer together to the midline of the body and begin to lift the right leg up. That's it. And notice again, if your hip wants to open, can you bring the hip down and lift the inner leg of the right leg up? And then exhale, lower. Inhaling the left leg up. And exhale, lower. Inhaling, the right leg goes up. Maybe the left hand goes up. And then exhale, lower. Inhaling, the left leg goes up. And maybe sneak the right hand up. Oops. And then exhale, lower. Good. One more time on both sides. Right leg up, left hand up. And exhale. Left leg up and right hand up. And then exhale. Now can you lift both legs up? Just for a moment. Very nice. And then bring the knees all the way down. And child's pose. Rest for a moment. Resting for a moment. Take a nice deep inhalation. Nice long exhalation. And then come all the way down to Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose is very similar to the plank pose, except that you're on your elbows and your legs and your hips are resting on the floor. And keep this a very energized Sphinx pose. So pull the elbows close to your hips as the hips are coming close to your elbows. That allows you to stretch your front side body. Pause here for a moment. And then have your feet come together and energize your legs and press your forearms down and slowly begin to lift your hips off the ground. Just lift the hips off the ground. Very simple. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, lower the hips down. Good. So you can do this on your knees too if that's not accessible for you today. Just keep the knees down and lift the hips off the ground. But I want you to really make it strong. So your elbows are pressing down, your hands are pressing down, your forearms are pressing down, your feet are together. And then gently begin to lift the hips up first, round the back, pull the belly in, and then maybe from that place of strength, then lift the knees up too. And pull the belly in, round the low back as much as you can. Broaden the upper back as if you're trying to press your upper back up towards the sky. Take a nice deep inhalation and exhale, lower. Very nice. And let's do this one more time. And you choose which one you want to do. You can either stay on your knees and just lift the hips up, or if you choose to, you can lift the hips up and the knees up, but stay on top of your feet. So choose your weapon, so to speak, and then as you're ready, inhale, and with your exhalation, press the top of your feet down, your forearms and hands and elbows press down. Begin to round your back, pull the belly in, lift the hips up first. See if you want to stay here and practice. This is perfectly fine for you to stay here if you like to, or lift the knees up as well. Take a nice deep breath in, soften the shoulders, press down firmly through your forearms and your hands and the top of your feet, and then exhale, lower all the way down. Beautiful. Stretch into Sphinx pose once again. And then roll on your left side. And as you roll on your left side, have your left hand be perpendicular to your mat. And you're in a straight line. So look at your legs, your feet are flexed, and make sure that you're not leaning back or leaning forward, that you're exactly on a straight line. And then your right hand can be used as a kickstand. Press your right hand down and then gently begin to lift your hips up and then lower down. Good. And then let's do this a couple more times. Lift the hips up. Maybe this time don't use the top arm. You can press down. Just use the strength in your side body to lift the hips up. Good. And then lower. Very nice. Now we're going to increase that a little bit, make that a little bit stronger. So lift up, reach the right arm up, and then lower and up. Good. and down, and keep going with this. You can always use that top hand as a kickstand in front of you. If you want a little bit stronger practice, then raise the arm up. And then pause here, hold it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Very nice. Press yourself all the way up, and then we're going to switch to the other side. So come down on your right elbow this time. Your right forearm is perpendicular to your body. Flex the feet. Make sure you're not leaning back or leaning forward. Pull the belly in and really strengthen the belly. So energize the core. Your left hand comes in front. You can use your left hand as a kickstand initially to begin with. And then just gently lift the hips off the ground. And then lower. And lift up. Good. And lower. You have to energize the legs too. Lift up. And lower. Maybe lift the arms up as you want a stronger practice. Lift up. Good. And lower. And keep going. Lift up. And lower. And up. And lower. Very nice. Do as many as you like to. And lower. And keep it up. And lower. Stay with it. And then hold it up there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Perfect. Beautiful. Very nice. Just sit up for a moment. Stretch your left arm overhead. Stretch your right arm overhead. And just do a little twist to stabilize your spine to either side. Good. That's it. And then we have one more to go. So one last exercise. So I want you to come back onto your forearms and then come into your forearm plank. Stay up here, pull the belly in. Good. And then lean over to the right elbow. Put your left hand on the floor, lean over, put your right hand on the floor so you're on full plank pose. Now this time I like you to broaden the back, so press firmly to the base of all 10 fingers, and then without rounding your back, bring your right knee towards your chest. And then take that leg out, bring the left knee towards your chest, and left leg back. Right knee towards your left elbow. Don't round your back. Keep the back nice and long. Go ahead and go back. Left knee towards your right elbow. And back. And you know what comes next. Right knee to your right shoulder or elbow. And back. Left knee towards your left shoulder or elbow. And back. And then pause in your plank for a moment. Make a nice deep inhalation and exhalation, and then press back to downward facing dog. Good. And your downward facing dog, just shake your head, soften your shoulders, and then come down on your knees. Lie back down on your back. Draw your knees to your chest. And then take your knees to one side and relax. Really let the belly stretch out now. You no longer have to hold your breath or control your breath. Just inhale and exhale out. Soft and slow and easy. The hard work is over. And then take your right knee, knees to the right side. That was a good 20-minute core workout. I hope you felt it. I know you did because I did. And then bring your knees back to the center. Maybe a happy baby pose. Sounds good right about now. Just kind of go side to side. Give some tender, loving care to your low back. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your feet go down to the floor. You come into Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose on your back. Put your right hand on your belly, your left hand on your heart, and just let your breath be natural. Just let it go. Let go of any tension that you may have picked up during this class. Just know that you did your body, your entire core. You work your entire core in its whole 360-degree front, back, side in a simple 20 minutes. You can stay here for as long as you like to, or you can do any of my other classes if you like to, or if you like to finish, just bring your knees to your chest and then roll over to the right side and press yourself up to a comfortable seat. And take a nice deep inhalation through the nose and exhale out through an open mouth. And slowly bring in your hands to your heart center. Give yourself appreciation and gratitude for showing up on your mat again today, as we do every single day. May this practice benefit you in every possible way. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.